Hey guys, I want to let you know that our medical gear is back in stock. You can find it at tacticalrifleman.com. We've got cat serving tourniquets. You know you need to have one of them, but we also got our TR EDC med kits. These are vacuum sealed, packed by North American Rescue. They have got their 4-inch mini responder dressing, a 2-pack of hyphen vented chest seals, roll of 100 inches of 100-mile-an-hour tape, duct tape for sealing those wounds and stuff, set of large gloves, and then if you get the basic kit, it's got a roll of compressed gauze, literally a whole roll of gauze for packing wounds in that little pack right there, vacuum sealed. If you go with the advanced kit, it is filled with quick clot gauze. Same thing, it's gauze, it's just impregnated with the quick clot agent. Again, good stuff, vacuum sealed, approved by TSA to carry on planes, going to schools, kids' book bags, whatever. You can check them out at tacticalrifleman.com. Go to our store there. You guys got 20 minutes. Why are you here already? Like, go get some Taco Tuesday. Go grab a bite to eat, and I'll see you guys in a couple minutes. Go, come back, top of the hour. Hey guys, I want to let you know that our medical gear is back in stock. You can find it at tacticalrifleman.com. We've got cat serving tourniquets. You know you need to have one of them, but we also got our TR EDC med kits. These are vacuum sealed, packed by North American Rescue. They have got their 4-inch mini responder dressing, a 2-pack of hyphen vented chest seals, roll of 100 inches of 100-mile-an-hour tape, duct tape for sealing those wounds and stuff, set of large gloves, and then if you get the basic kit, it's got a roll of compressed gauze, literally a whole roll of gauze for packing wounds in that little pack right there, vacuum sealed. If you go with the advanced kit, it is filled with quick clot gauze. Same thing, it's gauze, it's just impregnated with the quick clot agent. Again, good stuff, vacuum sealed, approved by TSA to carry on planes, going to schools, kids' book bags, whatever. You can check them out at tacticalrifleman.com. Go to our store there. Hey guys, I want to let you know that our medical gear is back in stock. You can find it at tacticalrifleman.com. We've got cat serving tourniquets. You know you need to have one of them, but we also got our TR EDC med kits. These are vacuum sealed, packed by North American Rescue. They have got their 4-inch mini responder dressing, a 2-pack of hyphen vented chest seals, roll of 100 inches of 100-mile-an-hour tape, duct tape for sealing those wounds and stuff, set of large gloves, and then if you get the basic kit, has got a roll of compressed gauze, literally a whole roll of gauze for packing wounds in that little pack right there, vacuum sealed. If you go with the advanced kit, it is filled with quick clot gauze. Same thing, it's gauze, it's just impregnated with the quick clot agent. Again, good stuff, vacuum sealed, approved by TSA to carry on planes, going to schools, kids' book bags, whatever. You can check them out at tacticalrifleman.com. Go to our store there. Hey guys, I want to let you know that our medical gear is back in stock. You can find it at tacticalrifleman.com. We've got cat serving tourniquets. You know you need to have one of them, but we also got our TR EDC med kits. These are vacuum sealed, packed by North American Rescue. They have got their 4-inch mini responder dressing, a 2-pack of hyphen vented chest seals, roll of 100 inches of 100-mile-an-hour tape, duct tape for sealing those wounds and stuff, set of large gloves, and then if you get the basic kit, it's got a roll of compressed gauze, literally a whole roll of gauze for packing wounds in that little pack right there, vacuum sealed. If you go with the advanced kit, it is filled with quick clot gauze. Same thing, it's gauze, it's just impregnated with the quick clot agent. Again, good stuff, vacuum sealed, approved by TSA to carry on planes, going to schools, kids' book bags, whatever. You can check them out at tacticalrifleman.com. Go to our store there. Hey guys, I want to let you know that our medical gear is back in stock. You can find it at tacticalrifleman.com. We've got cat serving tourniquets. You know you need to have one of them, but we also got our TR EDC med kits. These are vacuum sealed, packed by North American Rescue. They have got their 4-inch mini responder dressing, a 2-pack of hyphen vented chest seals, roll of 100 inches of 100-mile-an-hour tape, duct tape for sealing those wounds and stuff, set of large gloves, and then if you get the basic kit, it's got a roll of compressed gauze, literally a whole roll of gauze for packing wounds in that little pack right there, vacuum sealed. If you go with the advanced kit, it is filled with quick clot gauze. Same thing, it's gauze, it's just impregnated with the quick clot agent. Again, good stuff, vacuum sealed, approved by TSA to carry on planes, going to schools, kids' book bags, whatever. You can check them out at tacticalrifleman.com. Go to our store there. Hey guys, I want to let you know that our medical gear is back in stock. You can find it at tacticalrifleman.com. We've got cat serving tourniquets. You know you need to have one of them, but we also got our TR EDC med kits. These are vacuum sealed, packed by North American Rescue. They have got their 4-inch mini responder dressing, a 2-pack of hyphen vented chest seals, roll of 100 inches of 100-mile-an-hour tape, duct tape for sealing those wounds and stuff, set of large gloves, and then if you get the basic kit, it's got a roll of compressed gauze, literally a whole roll of gauze for packing wounds in that little pack right there, vacuum sealed. If you go with the advanced kit, it is filled with quick clot gauze. Same thing, it's gauze, it's just impregnated with the quick clot agent. Again, good stuff, vacuum sealed, approved by TSA to carry on planes, going to schools, kids' book bags, whatever. You can check them out at tacticalrifleman.com. Go to our store there. Hey guys, I want to let you know that our medical gear is back in stock. You can find it at tacticalrifleman.com. We've got cat serving tourniquets. You know you need to have one of them, but we also got our TR EDC med kits. These are vacuum sealed, packed by North American Rescue. They have got their 4-inch mini responder dressing, a 2-pack of hyphen vented chest seals, roll of 100 inches of 100-mile-an-hour tape, duct tape for sealing those wounds and stuff, set of large gloves, and then if you get the basic kit, it's got a roll of compressed gauze, literally a whole roll of gauze for packing wounds in that little pack right there, vacuum sealed. If you go with the advanced kit, it is filled with quick clot gauze. Same thing, it's gauze, it's just impregnated with the quick clot agent. Again, good stuff, vacuum sealed, approved by TSA to carry on planes, going to schools, kids' book bags, whatever. You can check them out at tacticalrifleman.com. Go to our store there. Hey guys, I want to let you know that our medical gear is back in stock. You can find it at tacticalrifleman.com. We've got cat serving tourniquets. You know you need to have one of them, but we also got our TR EDC med kits. These are vacuum sealed, packed by North American Rescue. They have got their 4-inch mini responder dressing, a 2-pack of hyphen vented chest seals, roll of 100 inches of 100-mile-an-hour tape, duct tape for sealing those wounds and stuff, set of large gloves, and then if you get the basic kit, it's got a roll of compressed gauze, literally a whole roll of gauze for packing wounds in that little pack right there, vacuum sealed. If you go with the advanced kit, it is filled with quick clot gauze. Same thing, it's gauze, it's just impregnated with the quick clot agent. Again, good stuff, vacuum sealed, approved by TSA to carry on planes, going to schools, kids' book bags, whatever. You can check them out at tacticalrifleman.com. Go to our store there. Hey guys, I want to let you know that our medical gear is back in stock. You can find it at tacticalrifleman.com. We've got cat servant tourniquets. You know you need to have one of them, but we also got our TR EDC med kits. These are vacuum sealed, packed by North American Rescue. They have got their 4-inch mini responder dressing, a 2-pack of hyphen vented chest seals, roll 100 inches of 100-mile-an-hour tape, duct tape for sealing those wounds and stuff, set of large gloves, and then if you get the basic kit, it's got a roll of compressed gauze, literally a whole roll of gauze for packing wounds in that little pack right there, vacuum sealed. If you go with the advanced kit, it is filled with quick clot gauze. Same thing, it's gauze, it's just impregnated with the quick clot agent. Again, good stuff, vacuum sealed, approved by TSA to carry on planes, going to schools, kids' book bags, whatever. You can check them out at tacticalrifleman.com. Go to our store there. Hey guys, I want to let you know that our medical gear is back in stock. You can find it at tacticalrifleman.com. We've got cat servant tourniquets. You know you need to have one of them, but we also got our TR EDC med kits. These are vacuum sealed, packed by North American Rescue. They have got their 4-inch mini responder dressing, a 2-pack of hyphen vented chest seals, roll 100 inches of 100-mile-an-hour tape, duct tape for sealing those wounds and stuff, set of large gloves, and then if you get the basic kit, it's got a roll of compressed gauze, literally a whole roll of gauze for packing wounds in that little pack right there, vacuum sealed. If you go with the advanced kit, it is filled with quick clot gauze. Same thing, it's gauze, it's just impregnated with the quick clot agent. Again, good stuff, vacuum sealed, approved by TSA to carry on planes, going to schools, kids' book bags, whatever. You can check them out at tacticalrifleman.com. Go to our store there. Hey guys, I want to let you know that our medical gear is back in stock. You can find it at tacticalrifleman.com. We've got cat servant tourniquets. You know you need to have one of them, but we also got our TR EDC med kits. These are vacuum sealed, packed by North American Rescue. They have got their 4-inch mini responder dressing, a 2-pack of hyphen vented chest seals, roll 100 inches of 100-mile-an-hour tape, duct tape for sealing those wounds and stuff, set of large gloves, and then if you get the basic kit, it's got a roll of compressed gauze, literally a whole roll of gauze for packing wounds in that little pack right there, vacuum sealed. If you go with the advanced kit, it is filled with quick clot gauze. Same thing, it's gauze, it's just impregnated with the quick clot agent. Again, good stuff, vacuum sealed, approved by TSA to carry on planes, going to schools, kids' book bags, whatever. You can check them out at tacticalrifleman.com. Go to our store there. Hey guys, I want to let you know that our medical gear is back in stock. You can find it at tacticalrifleman.com. We've got cat serving tourniquets.
Coming right there.
Hey guys, welcome to Tactical Tuesday here with Tactical Rifleman. This is the time when I say, can you guys hear me now? All right, my wife wants me to unplug that and plug it in right there. All right, don't worry about that, honey. Did you turn on that TV? Guys, I'm trying. Give me just a second. I'm trying to hook my wife up. She's wanting me to. How's that, honey? Can you hear me okay? You guys got me all right? Yes or no? Yes, no, maybe. All right. 5x5. That's what I like to hear. All right, cool. All right, so we're having us a little bit of a live stream. All right, guys, I want to apologize for last Tuesday's live stream. I was down in Palatka, Florida, of all places, and yeah, pretty crazy. I had a great time jumping. If you guys don't know what we do down there, it is the Round Canopy Parachuting Team, USA.org. It's the team that me and Nicholas went and jumped into Normandy, France with. We had a great time in Normandy, France, brought the whole family and everything. And parachuting outside Mount Saint Michel, the castle out in the water, and coming down out of a World War II airplane and landing and having my wife and my niece and Nicholas's girlfriends all dressed in the World War II dresses, and then going and drinking for 5 days straight, partying over in France. Was a great time. So, anyways, my other son, Michael, he wanted to jump, so we couldn't take him to France. He hadn't been through airborne school yet, so I told him, let's do it in March. So here's March. We set it up, and I volunteered to be a squad leader. Third squad was my squad, which happened to be the best squad. No, I'm not just saying that because my squad, they were my squad, but actually they were hands down the best squad. I had two females, Samantha and Tammy. They were awesome. I had a 20-year-old whose dad was a British paratrooper. He was in the Royal Air Force. Turned 21 the last day. Of course, the day we did the banquet, he was his 21st birthday. It doesn't matter in England because he was old enough to drink since he was 18. And then my son Michael, his Air Force buddy Vincent. And anyways, we had us a great squad. I had another guy in my squad named Ty Carter. If you guys seen the movie The Outpost, it's about a 4th ID unit their outpost was in Afghanistan, surrounded on all sides, on 4 sides by high ground. Anyways, the enemy did a complex attack on him. I guess it's a great movie. I've never seen it. But I guess there were 2 Medal of Honor winners that came out of that battle. And one of them was a specialist from the scout platoon named Ty Carter. Well, Ty Carter was he was in my squad. And yeah, it was a rough course for him. He got through. But you could tell the guy's got demons going on. And you can imagine, right? You can imagine. It's still hot. It's still hot, guys. That's some good coffee right there. I know you guys always ask, so I'm going to pitch it to you. 5stonefrontline.com. That's Eric's website. Eric does 5 Stone Coffee, 5stonefrontline.com, I think is the website. Donate, maybe you can put that in the chat room for me. Guys, Eric's got a ministry. He travels over into Africa and is trying to make the world a better place and everything. But he roasts some awesome coffee. If you want the coffee I'm doing, get the espresso dark roast. And it is orgasmic. I mean, this stuff is freaking good. And if Eric, if you're watching, I actually went into the back coffee closet, coffee warehouse, to get a bag of 5 Stone coffee to show everybody, and I don't have any bags left. You guys understand? He sends me 5-pound bags, and I'm on my last 5-pound bag. So anyways, if you guys order coffee, I recommend the espresso roast. It's a very dark roast. I always run whole beans because I grind them myself for my espresso machine. And Eric, if you're watching, I could really use an emergency resupply, really, really bad, like really bad, like not really bad. I leave in the morning, guys. I'm actually going to Texas in the morning. Got did y'all end up talking? Yes. Sorry on live stream now. Sorry on live stream now. Monkeys. Tommy's usually on the live stream, but apparently he forgot. All right, so here's the deal. You guys have any questions? The whole point of doing a live stream is for me to interact with you guys, right? So if you guys have stuff you want to go over, I'd prefer it if you do super chats, right? Make a small donation to the preservation of Carl Erickson Foundation. But you don't have to. If you have a legitimate question, just put it in the chat room, and my moderators, mainly JT, will send me your questions, whatever it is that you guys have, right? So anyways, good stuff indeed. So I had a great time down in Palatka, Florida. I had a great squad. I mentioned that. I mentioned my Medal of Honor winner. But sincerely, honestly, he was the only guy with drama. Everybody else was legitimately awesome. All right. On the first jump, we had a guy crack his hip. He was 60s, late 60s. He probably shouldn't have been there. Yeah. Thanks, Donut. I appreciate it. That's love, Donut. That's love, without a doubt. Yeah, guys, use promo code TR10, saves you 10% at 5stoneusa.com. 5stone USA for that coffee. And it is good coffee, sincerely. I'm not just saying that. All right. The highlight, though, so I busted my ass all week long. Squad leader, JMPI, which is jump master parachute inspection, like over and over and over again. And I put in a lot of hours. I had one request. And because they got all these other jump masters that are down there working, and they're all wanting to get in the airplane, and right, because everybody wants to be up in the airplane. I got a bad knee, right? I'm like, look, guys, here's the deal. It takes 5 jumps for you to get wings, and their 5th jump, which we kept getting winded out. So their fifth jump was Saturday, and Saturday morning they got one early in the morning. That gave them 4. They needed one more jump, and we had the C-47 Tycho Bell, the old World War II airplane, and I showed up wearing my World War II uniform, black jump master hat, brown jump boots, and I'm like, look, here's the deal. I don't ask for much. I don't ask for much, guys, and all I want is the next lift that goes up, lift 4. I'm going to be jump master of the first pass. I want my son Michael, who's in airborne school, because the priority went to students. I want my son Nicholas, who's been filming all of this, and then I want the rest of my squad. And I think that's Steve Holland pulling up right now on camera. It's, yep. Steve-O. Nope. Taylor. I thought we had Steve Holland showing. He never replied back to me. I texted him earlier today to see if Steve was going to show up. I never heard back from him. I thought that was him pulling in. Anyways, so the cool part about Round Canopy Parachuting Team USA is these guys are professional and they're very, very safe. And that's why I bring my family there to parachute. But more important than that is they're just awesome, awesome people. And they said, yeah, sure, Carl, no problem. You've been working hard. We know this means a lot to you. So I want to show you a picture that I just sent my family. earlier, and I don't know if you guys can see that, right? That is me and sitting on the floor, right? We're getting ready to take off. My son Michael and Nicholas right behind me. And then you can see my rest of the squad behind them. My feet are right there at the edge of the doorway. We've got anyways, guys, it was a truly awesome jump. And the cool part was the other instructors and all the staff there, they knew how much this meant to me. So their media guy put a GoPro inside the plane. He put a GoPro out on the wing facing back towards the doorway, so you could capture all the commands inside. 6 minutes, stand by, first pass personnel, stand up, all the jump command, right? Hook up, check static lines, all the commands that I had to do. The one on the wing captured everybody's exit, but then the media guy, and he's awesome, older gentleman, he came out, he's got his little camera on a gimbal, and he comes running out. He filmed all of us coming down, and me, Nicholas, and Michael were in this little triangle coming down. We all landed right near each other, about 100 feet apart. And ran up to Michael, did a quick interview on Michael, came up to me, did a quick interview on me, went over, did a quick interview with Nicholas. We packed up our chutes, and as we're walking back in, we're walking back in together. I got my two sons with me. And he comes back up to us. He could have filmed everybody else, came back up to us and got all up in our face and interviewed us while we were walking back in. We got back over there, and Dana, my wife, was there. Michael's mother-in-law and father-in-law, his wife's parents were there, and they got to watch him jump. Everybody got to watch us jump. We had such a great time, and it truly was a magical event. So anyways, guys, if you're ever interested in doing something like this, I can't say it enough. Cannot say it enough. Give it a try. Even if you don't want to jump, come down and hang out with us. That's some good coffee. That is some really good coffee. All right. I don't know if I mentioned this to you guys. Me and Emery leave in the morning. I got the Target trailer all packed up. Randy was here today packing everything up with me. And we got it all packed up. We're ready to go. New Target stands, new Target backers, boxes and boxes of paper targets, steel targets, ammo, guns. We are on our way to Texas. I have a few slots left for the pistol class. I think 2, maybe 3 slots open for combat pistol carbine before we're too maxed out. And then the CQB and home defense course completely sold out. I literally can't fit anybody else in it, and cannot do it. So anyways, we leave down a new range, never been there before. We're going to recon it on Thursday. Combat pistol on Friday. Combat pistol carbine Saturday and Sunday. That's a 2-day class. And then we're doing CQB and home defense. There's a shoothouse there on Monday and Tuesday. It's going to be a great time. I don't know if you guys saw, it was last year, we did a video on what's called Unit Solutions. It's a gun that's not a gun, and it's kind of cool that it's not a gun. And in other words, you can bring it in the churches, you can bring it in the hospitals, you can bring it in the schools for training, and still takes mags and everything, shoots little paintballs that hurt like hell. They really do hurt like hell. What's this truck going by on camera, honey?
It's my brother.
That's your brother? Okay. All right, anyways, yeah, it's going to be great class. Now, we don't drive back until next Wednesday. So, in other words, next Tuesday night, live stream, we're not going to do one. I've got to skip next week, guys, because I understand I will not get out of class until we wrap up the class. And again, I train to standard, not to time. So we might get done at 5:30. We might get done at 7:30 p.m. And even if I get done at 6, there's no way I would have the range all cleaned up and packed up and everything in time to do the live stream at 7. So we're going to cancel next week's live stream, but I'll be able to do the following week with you guys for sure. For sure. I'll be back here with a good signal. But the following week, Monday and Tuesday, I have a tactical precision rifle. It's not that far away. 2-day class, and I still have slots available for that. So that's tactical precision rifle. Where is it at? Tactical precision rifle 101. And if you guys are interested in taking that, that is at Cedar Creek Precision in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. So you can fly into Nashville, you can fly into Louisville. Those are the 2 closest major airport, or just drive in. Hopkinsville is just north of Fort Campbell, Kentucky. It's my closest large city, and there's a nice range out there. Cedar Creek Precision, I can get out to 1 mile, or well past 1,000 meters. We don't need to get that far. We really don't. But you don't have to have a tactical precision rifle. You don't have to have a sniper rifle. It's better if you have a precision rifle, so you can learn better. But I have guys that show up with precision 5.56 guns, like a SPR. You know, you got an 18-inch, 20-inch 5.56 gun. I recommend heavier calibers, like a 6mm, 6.5, maybe a 308. Please don't bring any 50 cals. The reality is, guys, a 50 cal is not a very accurate bullet. You want to bring a 338 Norma, something like that, where it's $11 a bullet. That's up to you. I'm not wasting 300 Norma ammo and 338 Lapua ammo for this course. Also, if let's say you want to attend, but let's say you don't have a precision rifle, I have a couple guns that I will rent, but understand it's not like an AR course where I'm only going to charge you $20 a day to rent a gun. And ammo, you're gonna pay my cost for ammo. And yes, some of my 338 ammo is no shit, $11 a round. I have other 338 ammo. For me to replace it, it would be $11 a round, but I paid $9 for it. But again, this is custom loaded ammo for my gun. So, I don't mind people shooting. And I'm sincere when I say that. I've got a 6.5 and 2 308s that I will rent to people. If you guys are interested in bringing, Manny wants to know if he can bring a Ruger 1022. You can. You're going to be able to observe. I mean, you can shoot at that 600 meter piece of steel with it. It almost takes up a different taste as it starts to cool off, you know. It starts to cool off. I'm getting closer to room temperature. Damn, that's good stuff. All right, JT still hasn't sent me any questions yet, so I'm assuming, oh, maybe he has. Oh, I got one. All right. Oh, this is from Gavin Simpkins. Howdy, Carl. Honest questions. What's a better training gun, a paintball gun or a airsoft softballs one? Personally, I'd rather be shot by a paintball gun. Their balls are harder. So Gavin likes hard balls, guys. And Gavin's down in Australia. And honestly, I want you guys to train with what you're going to fight with. So it's very, very hard to find a paintball gun that has the same recoil and everything as like an M4 or a Glock. You can get airsoft guns that are very, very similar to modern guns. A lot of people don't realize that that's basically where airsoft came from. The Japanese are not allowed to have guns. So some of the most realistic airsoft guns you'll ever see in the world are in Japan. There are guys that have got like big, huge mansions, and you go into the room and they've got glass walls just covered with like Thompson machine guns and MP5 SDs and all these, but they're all nothing but airsoft. So you can get some very realistic airsoft guns. Me personally, I like using, for force on force, I like using UTM, Ultimate Training Munitions or Simunitions. You guys saw last year, last year we did a video about unit solutions. I mentioned it a minute ago. I would show you my unit solutions gun, except for two things. One, the YouTube algorithm would immediately kill the live stream for me showing a gun, even though it's not a gun. And two, it's already packed up in the trailer. So I'm looking at the last box of ammo I have here that I'm not bringing with me. I got a ton of ammo, guys. All right, but other than that, good stuff indeed. I want to stress to you guys that, and you guys are here, so I understand that a lot of you get this. You understand it, and that's why you come take classes and you like to watch this stuff and everything. I hope you're not just here to look at my nipples on television, though I seriously think that some of you guys probably are. But what bugs me is so many people out there, they make comments on our videos like, that's stupid, you don't need a red dot because you're not really going to aim anyways. You're just going to, most distances for shooting statistically are inside 3 okay, fine, whatever. But nobody wants to train. Nobody wants to train. And you understand when I say train, yes, get out and train. Yes, get out and do things. Yes, get out and take classes. Yes, but there are other ways to train if you can't do that. Because I know a lot of people can't always get out, right? And I thought about it, and when was the last time Carl took a class, right? Because I want you guys to understand that I practice what I preach. And I'm very, very big on training, but also I don't like the look of it listed as just training. Like, you have to take classes. I encourage you guys to take classes. I do. But I want you to continue your education, and that's on all subjects. And if you can't work on any subjects that are important to you right now, find another subject. A good example of that is somebody said, Carl, you got all these fruit trees, you really should have some honeybees here. And I thought about it, I was like, I don't know anything about honeybees. So I found somebody to show me about honeybees, and I'm still not a very good beekeeper, but I'm trying. They often try to attack me when I visit. I'm not the bee whisperer like you see on Instagram. We get along, but I'm using my bees as an example. But always get out and train with new or different instructors. So I've got a surprise for you guys. Not today, but hopefully late April, second half of April or May. It'll probably be May. I've got I don't know if I ever told you guys about Mid-South Institute of Combat Shooting. It's not open to civilians. It's down in Memphis, and it's a place where my old unit and the SEALs and Gold Squadron and everybody on the whole planet, all your special ops units, the high tier special ops units, go to Mid-South to go play, to go practice, they build their muscle memory with their pistol carbine. That's all they do there. No shoot houses, no medical, no commo, no land nav, no practice missions. It is nothing but gunfighting. And it's no force on force. It's nothing but you getting better with your guns. And they've got some of the most awesome pneumatic steel ranges. You can go through the little obstacle courses and just burn stuff down. And great time. But my old unit, we'd go there for 5 days. And then we'd drive home on Friday, visit the families. Then the next Sunday, 2 days later, day and a half later, we'd go to like Blackwater or Darcy or Tier 1 group and somewhere, and we would hit shoot houses for a week, and that was part of our pre-deployment training. So I would go there before every deployment, and it was always the same instructors. and they taught the exact same stuff every year, every class, sometimes twice a year. And it was great, great stuff indeed. And well, it was a couple years ago, Mid-South, they had some issues, and like all the instructors quit. And one of the instructors, his name is Joe. He's got a red beard. I think he goes by Redbeard Tactical on Instagram. He does classes on his own now, kind of like Z and me and everybody else do. And but me and him, we've become friends. And I'm like, look, dude, you and me need to do classes together. We do. You will make me a better instructor. I'll make you a better instructor. And together, we're going to make the world a better place. So anyways, look forward to the future of Tactical Rifleman bringing, I'm hoping he will agree to, he's going to do some videos with us, of course, but I think legitimately, this guy is, he can bring a lot to help you guys get better. He really can. He's a great instructor, great instructor. So anyways, I look forward to doing that. But in the meantime, pick stuff that you guys don't know about and do homework on your own. Survival, for example. Let's say you want to get better at fire building. Well, why would you need to build a fire? Why? Why would you need to build a fire? Well, I have to cook dinner. Maybe. Maybe you need a romantic campfire while you're out camping with the wife. Maybe. Maybe you need the fire to stay warm because it's so you don't get hypothermia. Maybe. But either way, if you know one way to make a fire, okay, but if you know 20 different ways to make a fire, you understand that would be better, right? And you understand a lot of this stuff, you learn it so that you can use it in those other situations. What I mean by that is, do you have to be in a blizzard to learn how to make the fire to use during a blizzard? No, but it'd be good to understand some of the finer nuances of dealing with it in the wind and frozen firewood and stuff like that. So what do you do when you don't have that? How often are you guys, if I said go train on blizzard ops right now, how would you guys do that? You don't have a blizzard outside, by the way. Maybe a couple of you guys do up north. I think maybe Ramblin' Man's still got some snow up there. I'm not sure. But I have one of you guys, actually, Vinny. Vinny sent me this book, right? Survival in Antarctica. And he actually did a couple expeditions down in Antarctica in like the 80s and 90s. A little older gentleman now, but I think he was like in his early 20s when he did that. Young, dumb, full of cum, right? He sent me a patch from the Antarctica expeditions, and give you an idea how much younger he was back then. Yeah, he's my age, guys. Little note, because Vinny always writes. He doesn't type. He doesn't do emails and stuff. Vinny, I'm not throwing your last name out there. This is like a 1980s survival guide for Antarctica. And I don't have any snow right now. But I was sitting around. I didn't have anything to do for about an hour and a half while I was waiting for Randy to show up. And what most people do is they pull out their phone and they just do clickety-clack and tic-tac and TikTok and Instagram and all the other bullshit that's out there on the internet. And you can do survival training and education on various subjects on the internet. You can. But I just think this is so cool. You guys know I've got a rather large library of survival manuals. I did not have this one. So, Vinny, thank you. If you're watching, thank you so much. And this is very interested reading. As much as you guys want to say, well, surely there's a more updated one. Maybe the updated one is digital. Maybe the updated one has got colored pictures in it. But I'm here to tell you, it don't matter how much more modern you are in Antarctica, electricity is not helping you. It's not. Some of the snow shelters in here are brilliant. I've never had anybody explain it like this. And I've done cold weather training, and just I've never built one that way. So anyways, cool stuff. I wanted to share that with you guys. So anyways, thank you, Vinny, if you're watching. Cool stuff indeed. So how do you guys train? All right, books, videos on the internet, cool. But I want to let you guys in on, if you want to get out and actually interact with some great instructors, Mountain Readiness Expo is the first few days of May, first Friday, Saturday, Sunday of May. It's in North Carolina, Western North Carolina, up in the mountains, and it is going to be a great time. Randy's going to do survival classes. Emery's going to, I think he's going to do reverse grip knife fighting again and some other stuff. I'm doing women's only AR-15. I'm going to do vehicle recovery, you know, how to use a high lift jack, how to use a winch, how to use kinetic ropes for recovery and things like that, and you know, how to set up your body armor, all kinds of stuff. But they've got so many great instructors there, and it is a great time. So anyways, Mountain Readiness Expo, I got a quick video I'm going to show for you guys. These are the highlights from last year. All right, I think you guys, I had Nicholas put the volume down on this so I can actually talk over it. These are little tents. These are all some of the instructors. You'll keep seeing the chicken one because that was a real popular one. They're doing how to kill, slaughter, and process chickens. I thought that was so awesome. But there's a lot of homestead. There's me doing women's only AR-15. Yes, guys, all those weapons were cleared. They all had dummy rounds in their mags. But anyway, there's so much great classes going on, medical classes, all kinds of stuff. There's going to be night vision classes there. Anyways, it's a great time, and I'm really excited to be invited to be part of this thing. And yeah, so anyways, it is indeed going to be a great time. So anyways, that's what it is. Mountain Readiness, first couple days, first weekend in May, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Then I'm staying there. And here's the part I want to share with you guys. This is our April sale. We usually do a sale once a month. I'm going to do this sale the whole month of April. It is for the classes immediately following Mountain Readiness. So they're 20% off. So basically, instead of a course costing you $375 a day, $300 a day. And I'm not half-assing the classes. We've got a great range. I'm going to have Emery Morgenstern there. I'm going to have Randy there. I'm going to have Sularu there. I'm going to have his buddy Troy there, depending on the size of classes and everything. Combat Pistol is on Monday. And then my personal favorite, Combat Pistol Carbine, is on Tuesday and Wednesday. There's a night shoot on Saturday night. Carbine Zero Mastery is Thursday, and then Friday is Battle Rifle 1. Again, this is immediately following Mountain Readiness. There's a range about an hour away from where Mountain Readiness was. So we're just all going to move our campsites there. So you might want to change hotels or what all. And you don't have to come to Mountain Readiness, guys, to attend these classes. You don't have to attend these classes to go to Mountain Readiness. You sign up for Mountain Readiness at mountainreadiness.com. Like I know Crystal Leglet, for example, she signed up for Mountain Readiness. She goes every year. But she's also just signed up for all 5 classes for Tactical Rifleman. And we are indeed going to have us a great time there, without a doubt. It's going to be freaking awesome indeed. Yeah, I can't say enough about it. I'm excited that I'm going to be able to get everybody together. I got a question from Ghost Enemy. Call, if my pistol craps out at the class, can I trade some Pine Valley ammo for another gun, LOL. To rent. Yeah, sure. One, why would your pistol crap out? One. Here's the deal, guys. If you show up at a class and maybe you got a bad optic, maybe you got a gun that's not feeding your ammo, maybe you got mags that don't fall out of your gun right, maybe your sling isn't working for you, whatever it is, I'd rather you find out at the class that you're having issues before you actually get into a real gunfight, like defending your family. Does that make sense? But I'd rather you figure it out before you come to class. All right. You should train with your gear enough to know that your pistol or your rifle sucks. And if you know your pistol is unreliable, let's say you bought a used STI 2011 double stack and it doesn't run very well because you don't have the correct ammo for the spring that came in the gun, because all of STIs are custom tailored. You got to tune the mags to the gun. That's how messed up they are. All right. You guys understand Staccato bought out STI. All right. But if your gun's not reliable enough to use in combat, why would you train with it? Get rid of it. Sell it. It's junk. Why do you save guns that are junk? Well, it's not junk, Carl. I paid $5,000 for it. Okay. Put it up on Facebook and sell it to some schmuck for $5,500 and make $500, and then buy yourself a $700 Glock that runs all the time. All right. But yeah, your gun should not shit the bed in my class. That said, I always bring a spare. I always bring a spare to class. Why? Because shit does happen from time to time. It really does, guys. Shit does happen. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. All right. All right. Well, I'll wait for you guys to send me more classes. Other classes we're doing later on. June. I've only got one class in June. It's a 2-day. Well, it's actually 1 day if you only want to take 1 day. But you have to take the first day to get to do the second day. And that is Home Defense Pistol 1 and 2. That is the 28th and 29th. It's a weekend, Saturday and Sunday at the Louisville Armory. Late June, guys, you understand this is like the weekend before the 4th of July. It gets freaking hot. Hot, 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 hot. And if it's too hot to be outside from sun up to sundown, let's shoot at an indoor range. So the Louisville Armory has classes, a classroom, ranges that are private for me. We can do shooting and moving. They got a small shootouts, everything. So anyways, we ran that class earlier in February when it was too cold to shoot. Actually, I think it was January. Maybe it was January. Home Defense Pistol 1 is on Saturday. Home Defense Pistol 2 is on Sunday. Everybody in the class, I only do 9 students. Actually, I can do 10 students. We determined I could do 10. Everybody that signed up for 1 signed up for 2. So we made it basically one big class. And it was awesome. We had a great time. So I only have, I want to say that class is like only half full now. Now, I understand it's way off in June, but understand I don't mention it very often. And I think a lot of you guys and gals, half the class was female last time. I think you guys would really, and I've got 3 people signed up right now, and 2 of them are female. I got 4 people signed up, 2 of them are female. So if you're interested in Home Defense Pistol 1 and 2, you need to jump on it before all the slots are gone, because I'm not doing that one again until December. All right. Right after that, in July, low light, no light shooting. Low light, no light shooting is, that's the class where I bring the PVS 14 night vision goggles. Brand new Ghost White Phosphor, Gen 2 Plus tubes, and brand new. And if you want, at the end of the class, you're welcome to buy the set that you have. And if you don't, no harm, no foul. I will send them back to AGM Global Vision. It's not Chinesium. AGM Global Vision is out of Arizona. They make the nods right there, and it's good stuff indeed. And anyway, so I'll be placing the order for those nods soon, so we have them in plan. And I'll have the D-balls and stuff, the aiming lasers and all that stuff for you guys to use. We cover thermals and digital night vision and Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 3 Plus, blah, 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 blah. We cover all that stuff. And you'll be doing pistol shooting with white lights, rifle shooting with white lights, pistol shooting with nods, rifle shooting with nods. And it's a great time indeed. Indeed. All right, I think my phone buzzed. What's up, honey bunny? My wife just went by. What's up? You gonna come visit? Come on, come snuggle.
Busy.
No, my wife don't want to be online tonight.
I'm busy with Karen right now.
Paul American question, Carl, are making the switch to the SIG M18? Are making the switch to the SIG M18, or are you sticking with Glock? I have an M18. It depends on what the clients are running. If I'm teaching a class to the military, for example, Task Force 160th wanted me to run a pistol carbine range for them. No big deal. I unclip my Safariland holster for the Glock. I put on my Safariland holster for my M17, M18, and go out and do a couple hours because it's a change of muscle memory. It's a slightly different grip angle, and it has the external safety. So your manual of arms is a little bit different also. But for the most part, I'm sticking with Glock because when you show up to classes, 50% of my classes, students are running Glocks. 30% are running SIGs, and that includes, 226s and 320s. And then 20% of the class are running 2011 staccatos or CZs and stuff like that. And actually, we're seeing the number of SIGs going down, and the number of staccatos and CZs is increasing. So they're almost 25 and 25 now. But we're still about 50% of the class shows up running Glocks. Now, I always keep two pistols in my pistol bag for classes. One has a red dot, one has iron sights, because when I get there and the students are doing their initial warm-up, I look, and if it used to be, even though I wanted to run a dot, the majority of my students were not running optics. So I would run what they had. So they're running, majority of the class is running iron sights. I'll run iron sights. But now it's flipped. Now about 80% of the class shows up with optics on their guns, and only about 20% of the class is running iron sights. Okay, I'm back. All right. I hope I answered your question good enough, dude. All right. I know we don't have a lot of questions tonight. That's fine. All right. I want to give a shout out to my Patreon family. That's all you donate and all you guys. A lot of you guys I see here are patrons on Patreon, and sincerely, big thank you to all my patrons out there. This class, I'm going to Texas. I have a Medal of Honor patron, Jordan Carlson. He wants to come take all 5 days of classes. He can't do it. He's running his business. He's like, Carl, I will be there for CQB and home defense for sure. So anyways, I'm doing no problem at all. But he's helping out the class so much. So like the unit solution guns, he bought unit solution force on force less lethal training munitions for his whole family. He's got four complete rifles, optics, slings, everything, magazines, and he's going to let me use them for class. That's awesome. That really is awesome. He's a great guy. He does so much for me personally, but also for the whole Tactical Rifleman family. A lot of you guys don't see it. I have got patrons behind the scenes that don't want their names public. I know some people on Patreon want credit for helping every day. You know, they want me to yell their name out loud and visually thank them on everything we do, and that's cool. That's fine. Some people like to be involved like that, and they like recognition. That's cool. I 100% get that. But then the flip side, I've got people that, you know, hey Carl, don't use my name, and Jordan's not like that either. Jordan's in the middle. Jordan's awesome. But I have other patrons that are, you know, hey Carl, I just want to help out. And so anyway, sincerely, my whole Patreon family, we're not doing a Patreon course in 2025. We usually do it in September timeframe when we don't currently have it on the calendar. And that's why I'm trying to encourage you guys, my Tactical Rifleman family, to come and take Mountain Readiness with us, because Mountain Readiness in the evenings, because you understand you can go to whatever classes you want, or you don't have to go to any of them. You can just hang out. And we get together every evening. We have a nice little campfire, and we have us a great time indeed. And we really do. We have a great time. And so anyways, I hope a lot of my patrons will decide to make an effort to attend Mountain Readiness. It's a weekend, guys. It's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And sincerely, I think you'll have a great time there. But I put it out on the last Zoom live stream that I did for patrons, you know, hitting you guys up. Do you guys want to do another Patreon course? They're expensive. They're very expensive for me to put on, because I got to pay all the instructors, and I know everybody wants all the instructors there. I know you want them to just come and hang out, but I can't ask Randy and Sue and Jason Phelan and all these guys to come out for free. You know, I have to pay these guys, so it goes up. It really does. I see I have questions coming in. Okay. JT Lurch, Carl, what percentage of students want to carry appendix? Tracker, the reality is we, combat pistol and combat pistol carbine, we do not allow inside the waistband holsters at all. All right. Appendix carrying is not for going to a gunfight. It's not. I carry a pistol every day because I'm not planning on getting in a gunfight. Don't get me wrong. I practice, right? When I get dressed in the morning, before I touch my phone, I do 5 dry fire draws with whatever outfit I'm going to be wearing for the day. I literally practice in the clothes I'm going to be wearing every day. And you'll find it's going to actually change how you dress. It really will. All right. So we do not allow appendix carry or inside the waistband holsters for combat pistol or combat pistol carbine, because concealed carry draws are an advanced skill. Now we do inside the waistband holsters for high risk concealed carry and some of our other courses. All right. Concealed carry, EDC, and high risk travel, and high risk concealed carry. You can run appendix carry on the. I carry appendix carry. I do. If I'm going to be wearing heavy jackets, I will 3 o'clock. That way the draw is more similar to my usual draw from a duty holster. But for example, right now, the holster I'm wearing, because right now I don't have a pistol on, right? Because I'm inside the safety of my own house. I'm not carrying my EDC pistol, which is a Glock 19 with a light and a enclosed optic on it. So when I don't carry a pistol, I carry my 43X, and I can't pull it out, but I can show you the mag in it, right? You guys see my G9 external hollow points? Aren't those sexy? Yeah, I gotta put that back in the gun. Click. I can't let YouTube see the gun. The computer algorithms will shut our live stream down. Ain't that crazy? That's the kind of nutbag world we live in. All right. Next one is from Paul American. Carl, if you would go back to a particular point in your career to relive it, where and why? My first year as team sergeant of my sniper team, that very first deployment, we went to Africa, and that was awesome. We had a great time. Came back from there, went and competed in the first ever U.S. SOCOM sniper competition, took 4th place. My partner, Jeff, had a broken gun. We still took 4th place with him having a broken gun. But from there, we went back to Iraq for we went over in July. It was right after the first Battle of Fallujah where they hung those Blackwater guys off the bridge. This was 2004. And in that 4-month deployment, we had the battle in the Jaf, where Muqtada al-Sadr took over the Imam Ali Mosque down in the Jaf. And then we came back up north just in time for the second Battle of Fallujah. That 4-month deployment went by so fast. And I would go back and redo that deployment over and over and over and over again. Probably the greatest 4 months of my life. I still made mistakes and still lost my cool with people that I shouldn't have lost my cool with. Missed an easy shot because height over bore. I was a guy that was down below in my building through the little loophole in the wall where I'd been creaming guys from 1 to 300 and spotted a guy coming down the road. And by the time I got my gun, I had to raise the back of the gun. I actually dipped the front of the barrel. So when the gun went off, it actually nicked the bottom of my loophole. I missed the guy, missed him. I would go back and I would redo that. I would remember my height over bore. Guys, right? Because you guys that have attended pistol carbine classes, you've seen when we get to where we're talking about barricades and shooting through loopholes and everything. You notice I'm very big on height over bore. Yeah, I want you guys to learn from my mistake. I've made a bunch of mistakes. Learn from, that's how we get better, right? If you only win one time and then you stop, like all these high school athletes, he was a quarterback in high school. You see him in the bar, he still talks about it, right? That's not a winner, guys. That's a guy who can't get past his one victory in high school. But if you keep pushing and keep failing and keep failing and keep failing, keep getting better and keep getting better and keep getting better, eventually when you start winning, you're winning way up here, where this guy's got this one little victory down bottom here. That's just not, he never gets past that. And you'll find that sometimes you got to make mistakes. That's how we do it. We keep pushing indeed. All right, would I go back? Dude, there's so many. One, I'm glad you can't go back, because you would try to change things and things would go wrong in other ways. Yeah, that's just, don't dwell on the past. Just don't dwell, especially don't dwell on the mistakes that you've made. Let it roll off, learn from it, and move on, guys. Everybody makes mistakes. I do. Everybody makes mistakes. All right. Next one. Richard Ball threw down 10 bones. Hi, Carl. I obtained that 11-inch AR upper, need to zero it. Would you still recommend a 50 to 100 meter zero as in Carbine Zero Mastery, or do you recommend something else for home defense? Thanks. Home defense is pistol distances, unless you got to shoot out your window to the end of your driveway, right? Or if you happen to be at the mailbox and then you've got to aim down the street, then it's longer distances. I will always recommend a point blank zero. I don't like the term 50 to 100. I like a 200 meter zero. That is a point blank zero for 5.56 and 7.62 for a head size target. All right. So long as 300 blackout, it will be a lot less than that if you're shooting subsonic rounds. But 5.56 gun with an 11-inch barrel, you're looking at your zero at 200 will probably be more like 11 inch. And again, it depends what weight ammo you're running and everything, but and the height of your optic. But zero at 200 first, just like we did in Carbine Zero Mastery. But then when you bring that paper target in, start at like 40. And if you're hitting low, move it out until it comes up to the bullseye. All right. But if you're hitting high, that means it's already crossed line of sight. Bring it back in towards you. And what you're going to find is that spot where your bullet goes right through the bullseye of the target. And it might be at 36, it might be at 41, it might be at 50. And we really saw that in my last Carbine Zero Mastery class we did when Crystal Leglet was there. She was one of the ones that was there. And hers was 36 on the dot. The guy next to her was 35. They both had short barrels. Mine was 41 for my gun with that optic and that ammo. And then we had guys, one guy was 55. We had guys spread out all through there. And that's my reason for saying don't just do a 50 meter zero and say, well, okay, I can hit the steel target at 200. I don't want you to hit the steel target at 200. I want you right here at 200. Dead nuts on bullseye, all right? Because at 50 meters, who can't hit that? You can hit that with a pistol. Who cares if you're an inch high or inch low? What matters are, right, because at 50, if you're 2 inches high, all right, at 100, you're 4 inches high. 150, you're 6 inches high, and right. You see how it's more important that you're accurate at the effective range of that weapon, which is 200 meters, right, for a head size target. So do it at 200 with that 11-inch barrel, but then come back in and move that piece of paper back and forth. Not the sights. Move the piece of paper nearer and farther away from you until you get it so it hits that bullseye. All right, excellent question. All right, got another question here. This from Doug Quain. Hey, Carl, comma. I carried a SIG 226 when I was in law enforcement. I currently have an M18, and after all this drop safety stuff, what is your opinion? And would you not feel comfortable with carrying one? One, I don't drop guns. All right. Seriously, I don't drop guns, number one. Number two, take your M18, M17 apart and look at it and try to show me where it can go off if you drop it. I'm not bashing these cops that have accidental discharges in their holsters. All right. But that's not dropping the gun. All right, they're putting it into the holster with their fingers still there or whatever, right? The piece of their fat T-shirt is sticking out or something. I don't know. The guys that are dropping it on the ground and it's going on, SIG can't replicate it. I can't replicate it. So yeah, I like the M18. I like the external. Now the external safety they put on as an afterthought. It needs to be larger, like a good 1911. You notice how everybody takes the stock 1911 safety off, and they put a good ambi one on, a good long ambi one. That's what the M18 needs on it, is a good external safety. And if you're using that external safety, then you're not going to have any issues with it. And just like your 226, engage, but did I get the desired effect? Yes. All right. As you pull it back in your workspace, you're decocking it. We have to do the same thing with the M18 or the 1911. As you bring it back in your workspace, you're putting it back on safe. Then you're scanning for targets. All right. If there's another target, as you're pressing it back out, it immediately comes back off as safe. But the argument that, well, you know, how do you know there's no other bad guys? Well, there's always going to be bad guys, but there's also going to be non-combatants and friendlies. If you do not have a target that right now warrants deadly force, the gun needs to be in the safest condition possible. Finger off the trigger, weapon on safe. All right, and if it's on safe and the finger's off the trigger, then you're good to go. Glocks don't have an external safety. That's my only gripe with a Glock. Now, I know everybody used to their Glocks say they don't like the safeties on the M17, M18, and so they just buy the P320 because it doesn't have that safety. That way they don't have to worry about it. Take that safety off your AR, guys. That way you don't got to worry about it. Just put it on semi and cut that shit off with a hacksaw. Leave it on fire. Just leave that shit on fire, right? You can do that, right? The reason why Glock says they don't need a safety is because the Glock is designed to be a sidearm. It is designed to be a secondary weapon. It is designed to stay in the holster until until you already have that threat. So now you're definitely drawing. That is not what a combat pistol needs to have on it. If you've got to clear rooms, you got to do ladder work. You got to clear under beds. I've cleared sewers with a pistol because you can't crawl with the rifle like that. You sling the rifle. You go with the pistol. You need to have an external safety or a decocking lever or both, like a Beretta. Guys, please don't buy into the hype that... all right, truth be told, the Army did tests with the original batch of M17s, and there was an issue. The puppy would go off when you dropped it. The Army did it, and they went to SIG, and they're like, hey, this is wrong. SIG fixed it. Unless you're buying a used SIG that's one of the original ones, you're not going to have any issues with it. All right? I'm just throwing that out there. Doug Quain. All right. Yeah. Louis J. Gomez. What are Carl's thoughts on field hygiene and sanitation? Wow. Carl's thoughts on field hygiene and sanitation. One guy's preventive medicine is what sanitation and field hygiene are. And preventive medicine keeps you from needing medicine, right? You understand it keeps you from getting sick. So you need to wash your ass and especially your mouth and your hands. Take care of your eyes. Wear good eye pro, right? Take care of your ears. Wear good ear pro. But you've got to keep your mouth clean and your food clean. All right. Clean water, clean water, clean water, clean. I cannot Cannot say that enough. You need to have backups to your primary and your secondary ways of cleaning water, whether it is a water filter or boiling or both. Because you understand, filters only get out so much stuff, and boiling only kills live stuff. It doesn't get rid of like all the particulate matter and poisons and heavy metals and things like that. Boiling doesn't get rid of any of them at all. Boiling does not kill poisons. All right, so you got to do both, guys. I heard something when I was in Ranger School that brushing your teeth raises morale 14%. Now, where do you come up with a random ass number like that, right? Okay, you do studies, you interview Ranger candidates, I guess, right? And I heard that while I was in Ranger School, and as stupid as it sounds, when you're dragging and everything, and you're hungry, you're starving, and you're tired, because you get 2 hours of sleep and one meal a day for months, you're dragging, but you got a couple minutes, and you're digging through the rucksack, and there's literally no food left. You had a maple nut cake. We call them maple butt plug, MRE maple butt plug. You've already eaten it. You thought you had half of it left because you only ate half, but then you came back and ate half again, and then after that you came back and ate half again. So now you're down to this little chunk, and you go to push it, and the wrapper, there's nothing left in it, and you cut open the wrapper and you lick it all clean, but you've already taken the ketchup packet, powdered ketchup, and you've already mixed it all up with water, and you've eaten that, and you've ate your coffee packet, you've added just a few drops of water, and you mix up the coffee, the instant coffee, and you've eaten that, and you mix it with the creamer to make it last a little bit longer. But you're digging through the rucksack looking for more food, and there's your toothbrush and your little thing of toothpaste. And you're just wanting to like eat that. You can't do that, right? But you, a little bit on the toothbrush, and you brush your teeth, and it, no shit, raises your morale 14%. And you know, this sucks, but I'm at least up, feeling a little bit better. And you'd be surprised what you can eat in the woods, man. You can, there's food everywhere. There really is food everywhere. All right, couple more. I like that you guys are sending in questions. John Brady sent down 20 bones. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. You understand YouTube's going to take part of that. And then I got to split the other half with the film crew. But it's still, I appreciate you helping out my family. Thanks, Carl, for taking the time for these live streams. Appreciate it. John Brady. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it, guys. Sincerely. This one's from Rob. Carl, what is the best antibiotic cream to carry in a med kit? That is a good question. All right. Some people like bacitracin. Some people like erythromycin or something like that. I don't care which antibiotic you go to. They're what kind of antibiotics are they? We're talking oral, right? No, he's talking ointment. Right now, that's a topical ointment, right? That you can put on your skin, right? Right? You got a little cut. You put a little bit of ointment on. That's not what I want you to buy. Wait a minute, Carl. You just said, hear me out. You can go to your doctor and go to the pharmacy. Tell them you want antibiotic ointment, all right, but not for skin. Tell them you want it for the eye. Tell them you're getting ready to go camping, hiking through the mountains, and the last time you were up there in that area, you got a stick in your eye, and your eye got infected real bad. You just want to make sure you have a ophthalmic ointment. An ophthalmic ointment, guys, it still has the same amount of antibiotic in it, but you can hold open an eye, put a bead of it on your eyelid, close your eye, keep your eye closed with a patch, and it is safe to use in your eyes. But you can also use it on your skin. So if you get a cut, a blister that popped open, right, or you get a stick in the eye, you can use it in all three places. You can't do that with a topical ointment. A topical antibiotic like erythromycin or bacitracin, you cannot put in your eye. You can't. But if you get an antibiotic that's made for eye wounds, you don't want drops. I want you to get a gel or a ointment. Get an ointment. You run a bead. All right. You can use that on cuts. You can use it on burns. You can use it on blisters. You can use it on thorn sticks, insect bites, insect stings, and sticks in the eye. So a great question. Right? That's a good question. That's why I'm glad you guys are here. Shit like that, right? All right, we're getting caught up, guys. All right, my wife wanted me to remind you guys that we still have a lot of our TR med kits for sale. They got 2 of the hyphen chest seals in them for front and back. All right, mini dressing, right? That's your compressed gauze. Mini dressing, pair of gloves, large gloves, right? And a 100-inch roll of duct tape. Why? Because you can actually use duct tape for closing up wounds. This is the basic kit right here, EDC basic. The advanced kit is the exact same thing, but it's got quick clot gauze instead of just regular vacuum sealed gauze. It's the same amount of gauze for packing in the wounds, but it's got the quick clot agent on it. All right. Those and real Cat 7 tourniquets, not counterfeit ones. Guys, my kits are not Chinesium. These are packaged at North American Rescue for me. Literally for me, guys. They have my logo on them, and but they are packed by North American Rescue, and they're available along with our patches and stickers at tacticalrifleman.com. You guys can go there and check it out. You'll see we don't charge shipping, but you'll notice like his patches are freaking expensive. Yeah, that's because it's hard for me to do shipping for you guys without paying like extra for my website. And I just don't sell enough stuff. I don't sell stuff. I do training. So what I did was we just add a little bit extra to the cost of the product. Right? For example, I just had a guy buy a bunch of patches, and my wife packaged them all up and got them sent out to him. But cool patches, right? One thing that's not going to cost you a dime, though, guys, is these life reference manuals. This one's a military life reference manual. I don't know if I got any law enforcement ones left. You guys know a lot of vets out there, right? Homeless vets on the street and shit. One, say hi to these guys. If they give you shit, don't give them anything, okay? But help them out. There's a lot of people out there with issues, and sincerely, and it doesn't have to be a vet. Doesn't have to be a homeless vet for sure. But this particular one is made for the military, right? Guy can keep this in his pocket. It's desert tan to match his uniform. Military life reference manual. And I know everybody knows people out there that are having problems, and won't cost you a dime. I will send you one of these. I'll send you 2 of these. I will eat the postage. Actually, my wife pays the postage with my money, but she'll pay the postage. And I'll send you one. You got somebody that's having a problem, sit down with them. And don't just hand it to them. Sit down and show them. All right. You go to the first couple of pages. All right. And you look up what your problem is. Pain. Loneliness. It just goes on. They're all in alphabetical order. mental illness, lying, whatever it is, whatever issue they're having, depression, but it gets down to the nitty gritty, whatever it is, and you go through, find whichever one it is, all right, and then there's a list of pages to go to, and the whole rest of the book here. Now, full disclosure, you have the U.S. Constitution in here, but it is basically Psalms and the New Testament, and you don't have to be religious. You can be atheist. You can be Jewish. You can be Judas. You could be a devil worshiping Muslim. But I'm not joking. You sincerely could be an atheist, and you go to whatever page it says. Go to page 240, and right there you read that paragraph, guys. And whether you believe in God or not doesn't matter. It'll help you. And then you can go back and it says, all right, also go to, and it lists, like, no joke, like 20 different things to go read. And I guarantee you, even if they do just a couple of them, they're going to feel better. And everybody knows somebody that needs one of these in their pocket. Small pocket, right? Guys, that's a cell phone pocket. Cell phone pocket. Everybody's got a cell phone pocket. Anyways, it's a life reference manual. What do you guys need to do? You put it, reach out to me on Instagram or email me at tacticalrifleman1@gmail.com, tacticalrifleman1@gmail.com. And, hey, Carl, I'd like to get one of those life reference manuals. And I just need your mailing address. That's it. I'll mail it to you. I had somebody ask me for 3 of them. Hey, I got 3 people that really, really, really need them. And I've got, oh shit, I bet I got, that's an unopened case. Guys, I probably got 45, 50 left. And if I need another box, I'll get another box. The guy that prints them up, I think he's out of Nashville. Doesn't matter. But anyways, sincerely, guys, won't cost you a dime. Now, if you guys want to help me and my wife pay postage, buy a patch, buy stickers from tacticalrifleman.com. I'd prefer you to buy classes, because that way you're really getting something out of it. And you get a patch and a sticker. You guys understand, if you sign up for one of my classes, all right, I give you, you come in and there's a student handout with reference material in it, right? Combat mindset and situational awareness and bullet drop tables and all that stuff. But there's also a patch. There's also a Tactical Rifleman sticker. I mean, there's a patch and a sticker, not a patch and a sticker. This is the sticker. This is the patch. And you have to sign a hold harmless waiver. And if you graduate at the end, and everybody graduates unless you quit or have to leave early, I have class t-shirts that you can't buy. So in other words, if you see somebody in the airport wearing a shirt that says Battle Rifle 1 on the back and it's got the TR logo, he attended Battle Rifle 1. You can't buy, you can buy Tactical Rifleman shirts online. You cannot buy one that has the name of a course on it. Thank you, Donut, for putting that up for me. What do you say? Rob said, wife issues with me, buy knives. Oh, patrons, for all my patrons that are watching, I'm getting ready to post some more pictures, and we are going to do another run of knives for our patrons. All right, I got a couple more. Carl, what is the best? All right, I did that one. All right, next one. Clean socks always make feel better in the field. How often should you powder and put on clean socks? As often as possible. Notice he said clean socks. It's not just clean, dry. All right, so if you're in a place where it rains and your feet get wet, or like, let's say you have to cross through a stream. No way to get around it, you got to cross the stream. One, you should have had the presence of mind to, especially if you only have like one set of boots, take them off, put on, or like you carry 2 heavy filled plastic bags in your go bag, put one over each boot and just hold the plastic bags up as you go through the ankle deep stream, and that keeps you from getting your boots wet. Get to the other side, quickly take them off, put them back in your bag, you're moving again. All right, but let's say your shoes get wet or your feet get wet. Try to put on dry socks as quick as possible, because one of the quickest ways to hurt you as a fighting machine, shy of having bullets go through you, especially if you're having to move long distances or move clandestinely, like without being seen through the dark. Let's say you don't want to be seen. I've got to move 20 miles. One of the quickest ways to hurt you is you getting trench foot, or basically foot rot, athlete's foot to the 10th power. Because you understand that nasty ass water, you even get one little itty bitty cell of fungus, and that one little bitty cell goes, oh, moisture, this is great. I can split into 2 cells, and then 2 cells become 4 cells, and the next thing you know, these plants, you've got plants growing on you, and your feet quickly go all this shit. So if you're going to carry foot powder, carry an antifungal foot powder, all right? But yeah, take care of your feet, guys. Socks you can dry by hanging on the outside of your rucksack. When you get access to clean water, wash them out, and then as soon as they dry, pack them up and put them away. Don't put them away wet. Don't put them in your rucksack wet. All right, but as soon as they dry, put them back into your rucksack or your go bag, because them being out, they will start to collect dirt and pollen and everything else, and then they're dirty again. Guys, we're coming up on 8:30. We'll see if I got any more questions left. All right, I got a couple here. I don't mind hanging out with you. Ghost Enemy. Carl, have you heard of beehive called Flow? Expensive but kind of awesome, might be interesting. Yeah, I actually, when I was first getting into bees, I saw the Flow, and I was like, what the Flow is, guys, is it's clear on the side of the beehive, and you know the bees make honeycomb, right? They'll take a thin sheet, they build the honeycomb out on both sides of it. Well, the Flow is basically plastic honeycomb, and it gets better. It gets better. Once the bees have filled it, all you do is turn this knob, and they're all like this, right? Well, it goes snap, and all the honey runs down to the bottom and runs out and it goes right into your jar. You don't got to pull anything out of the inside of the beehive. It empties it all out, and then you dial it back, and you're good to go. I'm like, this is awesome, right? This is great. Pay a little extra. This is awesome. And my bee instructor just kind of shook his head, and he goes, no people that do bees actually use the Flow, all right? Because bees don't like plastic honeycomb. They prefer real honeycomb. And you understand, for the honey to stay in, they've sealed it. They've capped it all. Now, when you move it, you're emptying it from the back side, and it all runs out. You close it back, and to the bees, it's still full. And then the bees are like, dun, dun, dun. There ain't no honey in there. And they get pissed off. Your bees won't, from what I've been told, the bees will not be as productive. All right. I looked at it. I thought about it. I thought about just getting one just to give it a try. But honestly, everybody that does bees tells me to stay away from it. So maybe I don't know. Maybe you or I should try one and then give it a try. But it sounds like it would be awesome. But I haven't seen anybody say that it works out well. All right, so it is what it is. Carl, I can pick one on of those up in Texas class for my brother. Feel he needs one right now. Ghost Enemy. I'm assuming you're talking about the book. All right? All right? Because I'm going to forget. Guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to put it in my computer bag. Matter of fact, I'll put 4 of them in there in case I got other students. Give me just a second. I'm going to put 4 of them in my computer bag so I don't forget. You little rat bastards. Okay. Sorry guys, if I didn't do it right now, I would forget. You know I would forget. Oh, put that mic up there. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm back. All right, sorry guys, if I didn't put it in there right now, Ghost Enemy wouldn't get his book because I would forget. All right, sorry about that. All right, guys, I think that's it for classes, and that is it for. Got another one. He said, feel he needs one right now. All right, that's it for questions. Guys, we're going to wrap this up for tonight. Unless you guys got anything else from me. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Sincerely. Reach out to Eric at 5 Stone Coffee, guys, and hit him up. Even if you're just telling them, hey, Carl sent me, I want to buy 1 pound of coffee, and Carl's out of coffee. I'm not out of coffee, guys. I've probably got 25 pounds of coffee left, but it's not 5 Stone coffee. It's like Black Rifle coffee and this brand and that brand, and they're okay. But I love his roast. It's really, really good. And I would love to have him send me a Combat Resupply. But anyways, I'm gone, guys. Next couple of weeks, second half of April, I've got a ton of stuff to take care of. Sincerely, I really do appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. And always a pleasure. And I'm sincere when I say that. Sincere indeed. Let's see, where's that? That's right there. I'm gonna click that. And oh, somebody just threw down another super chat. You little rat bastards. Oh, that's Pete. How you doing, Pete? Pete here. Any April Fool's stories to share, bro? He threw down 5 Hong Kong shekels. All right. April Fool's story. Yeah, some people do some pretty good ones, but the reality is sometimes they really sucker people pretty good. And one thing I'll say, guys, is the April sales for the classes at Mountain Readiness, right after Mountain Readiness, is not April Fool's joke. Those classes are on sale right now. You can go to tacticalrifleman.com, and where like combat pistol normally says $375, right now it says $300. So jump on it now, and sincerely jump on it now. That's good stuff right there. That is good stuff. All right, guys, we are going to cut out. I'll see you guys later. Parting words of wisdom. Get out there and train. If you can't do it in a class, find a video, find a book, find something. Start a conversation. You got a piece of kit that it's cool. You had to have it, but you look at it across the room and you go, I've never actually used it. Get out in the backyard. Weather's perfect. Get out there and train. Train while you have the time. And you'll find that you get in the habit of doing this, you'll actually start to feel guilty while you're sitting on the couch doing a Netflix marathon. There's no reason to do that. No, there's not. When you look at the wife and you say, hey, honey, you want to go watch Netflix? That has nothing to do with the TV. It's time to go spend some time with mama. All right? You need to get out there training. Get out there training. Anyways, guys, that's all I got tonight. I will see you guys. We're not going to do next Tuesday, possibly the one after that. And I'm hoping to have Steve back here with us. So y'all take care and shoot straight.
Incoming right there.